I had a guy ask today, like you said, looking at the funeral landscape over the next like 12 months, 5 years, 10 years, what's coming next on the product side? Like, what is the consumer driving for from funeral homes and from suppliers? I think it's two parts to it. I really think from funeral homes, the consumer is really wanting a funeral home that will engage. And it sounds redundant. It sounds like something that we've talked about 100 times, but the consumer is really wanting funeral homes to be able to meet them on a transparent level and have a conversation and an open dialogue and ask questions. It's amazing the amount of questions that we get through social media to funeral homes that are just normal everyday questions that consumers have, but they don't have anywhere to go get that information. So I think in the short term, the next 12 months, that's what really the consumer is going after, is to find a way that they can be better informed about funeral process and what's available through engagement with a funeral home that's in the know. But from the product side, I don't deal on the product side and development much. We do some consulting, but I think Pokemon Go, I said this today, I think I lost a lot of people, but I think Pokemon Go it's the first real glimpse that we've gotten from a consumer level at AI, augmented reality. AI? No, I meant AR, augmented reality. AI was a basketball player. On a mass scale has been the first consumer touch with it that really, it struck a nerve with funeral homes because of Pokestops and gyms being placed in cemeteries and specific graves and mausoleums, and it drove a lot of foot traffic into cemeteries, and cemeteries freaked out. But I think that over the next 10 years, we're going to see augmented reality become more and more a part of funerals. I know people are going to think I'm freaking crazy, but 10 to 15 years from now, what is today? September 8th, 2016. I think by 2026 to 2031, we will see augmented reality in the landscape of funerals through virtually being present at a graveside service without being there, being able to do a funeral arrangement where we're simply just looking at a slat wall through goggles and we're grabbing product, throwing it in a cart and processing payment right there. I really feel that somebody will jump on that bubble. I really think that messaging is what comes after social media. That's a question I get asked a lot. Will Facebook be here in 3 years? I would say absolutely, Facebook will be here for the next 20, 15. I don't see Facebook going away, but so what? If Facebook isn't here in 3 years, that means something bigger and better came along and replaced it. I think messaging apps, specifically with Facebook Messenger and being able to build product over top of Facebook Messenger. Facebook's not going anywhere. The question if they're going to be here in 3 years is stupid. Absolutely, they're going to be here in 3 years, not going anywhere. But so what if they weren't? You still need to be engaged with it now because that's where the consumer is. But I think building product over top of Messenger is going to be huge from a customer service level. And I can really see conversations with a funeral home and arrangements even being made through a process through Messenger, a chatbot that's built over top of Messenger for funeral homes, as well as iMessage. Apple announces yesterday that iMessage is going to have an app store, and you're going to get dynamic apps and dynamic messages with backgrounds and fireworks and different things you're going to be able to do with a text message. I think messaging apps and messaging is what comes next after social media, and I think that throws a big curveball. There's so many funeral home directors that I talk to right now that don't understand it, and they're not willing to pivot and get somebody in the door like a Disrupt Media that do understand it. So they're willing to just punt everything they don't understand, and it's detrimental to their business.